Do the Hawks succeed with a fourth or worse pick from this year? So you're saying if they fall out of the top 3, do the Hawks succeed? Yes, I think a number 4 overall draft pick can do really good things for your franchise. Guys, it is not a 2-person draft.
Yeah.
It's not. We got to get out of this mindset that, oh my God, if they don't get Bedard or Fantilli, it's over. It's not over. You're still going to get a damn good player. You're going to get either Leo Carlsson or Matvei Michkov at 4. People are talking about Michkov if he was Canadian or American to be number 2 for sure.
Yep.
Like, stop. You guys have watched hockey for long enough to know how it works. Of course, we want Bedard. Of course, we want Fantilli. But if you think the 4th overall pick this year is going to screw the Blackhawks rebuild, I don't know how to help you. I don't know why you're wasting your time. Why are you here? Why are you watching games? Why are you a fan of the Blackhawks if you think the 4th overall pick is going to screw your team? That is ridiculous. It's an absurd thought.
One of our comments here, Drolix, says Kale McCarr was 4th overall.
So he would just ruin the team.
Look, this, I don't know how many times we've said it since this summer. This is a very deep draft class. We've mentioned it this week. Was it yesterday? Talking about how the top 4 guys in this draft class, by all accounts, if they were in other draft classes, would be 1st overall caliber. Many draft experts, scouts, analysts have made the statement that early 2nd-round picks this year probably our 1st-round talents in other draft years. It's a deep draft. If the Blackhawks get 4th or 5th overall, it doesn't sink the rebuild because they have
maybe delays it a little bit.
Sure, it's Connor Bedard, Adam Fantilli. Those are guys that take a season off your rebuilding plan. Absolutely. But if you get 4th or 5th overall, you also have you have to look at the big picture, and we've said this a number of times, and it's not brand new information. The Blackhawks have at least 2 first-round picks this year. They have at least 2 next year. They also have, what is it, 2 second-round picks this year and next year?
Yep.
Like, the talent, top-end talent that they can bring in is going to be coming, and it's going to be coming beyond their first pick in this year's draft. And if it's not Connor Bedard, it's not a wash. And we went into last year's draft with 0 first-round picks, hours before the draft started. We came away from night 1 with 3. That, in and of itself, jump-started the rebuilding process, getting those guys that they didn't have. They walked away from last year's night 1 of the draft without Lucas Reichel, or with Lucas Reichel no longer being your top prospect. That was not expected going into that day. So the rebuild is more than their first pick this year. It's more than Connor Bedard. It is the replenishing of the prospect system that was decimated and bare before Kyle Davidson started to maneuver to replenish it. And if you get 4th or 5th overall, you are still getting a very good player that probably is on your NHL roster within 3 seasons.
Here's 2 points on this. It just seems that we keep going.
I'm so mad that we're talking about this after they won a game.
I can't do this after every Hawks win. It's insane. But anywho, here's 2 things. The Hall of Fame is full of guys picked lower than 3rd overall.
Do you want me to give you some of the terrible number 4 overall picks? Steve Yzerman, Ron Francis, Paul Correa, Roberto Luongo, Nicholas Backstrom.
All bad.
There's 4 quick ones.
Jeremy Roenick was, 8th overall?
I think Svechnikov was a 4th overall, I think, too. Or no, he might have been 3rd. Whatever. Jonathan Taves was 3rd overall.
Taves was 3rd overall.
Where was Marian Hossa drafted?
8th
overall? Yeah.
Was he? He was a mid-first rounder.
So Duncan Keith was 54th overall.
The Hall of Fame is full of guys drafted outside the top 3.
Hossa was 12th.
And
12th.
here's something else to think of as we head into this draft. You know, even if they don't get a top 3 pick, guess what? They're still going to get a top 3 pick. There's no way this team is not finishing with the lowest points. I just don't see that happening. So even if they don't get a top 3 pick, for once in a long, long time, this team has like a legit draft room, a legit draft war room full of smart scouts and a general manager that listens to the consensus of what his scouting department wants. Not a general manager that says, I know more than you. I'm going to draft whoever I want and literally go against what his scouts are telling me. We know for a fact that has happened more than once. So if this was the last guy and the Hawks got the 4th pick, I'd be a little more concerned that he's going to do what he does. But it's not. It's got a general manager that works with a team. So the eggs aren't all in the Connor Bedard basket. Relax.